What up, Crypto Warriors? It's Ultra Crypto back at it again. Today is Monday, June 10th, 2019. You've got to keep control of your time, and you can't unless you say no. You can't let people set your agenda in life. Warren Buffett, quite arguably the best investor of our time, doesn't know a darn thing about technology and definitely don't know anything about crypto, but he does know about value investing and investing, period. Let's get into it. So this is from Bittrex, I guess their blog, and this is what was written back on April 10th, 2019. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because I received notice from Bittrex about 2 weeks ago saying that I had up until yesterday, which was June 9th, to withdraw all of my crypto assets, and or basically as of yesterday I wouldn't be able to, or as of this morning I wouldn't be able to. And this is the reason why. It's because of the New York Department of Financial Services and their decision to deny Bittrex their crap license. I mean their bit license, okay? And it's just total BS with this whole bit license situation. And if you know the history behind the bit license, you know that the gentleman that started the bit license, he was the one that used to run the New York Department of Financial Services and started the bit license back in, I think, 2014 or so, and or 2013. But the thing was, he was the one that actually was running the NYDFS. Start the bit license, the whole process of companies getting a bit license, then gets out of office, resigns, and start a consultant, I'm throwing up air quotes here, a consultant company to help crypto companies and other companies get said bit license. So he starts a license, right? Gets out of office, and then now start charging people millions of dollars to help them to get the bit license. Now, if that's not corruption, I don't know what is. All right. And this is how the government here, at least in the United States, and especially in New York, works. You have people that start off in government, start some kind of new policy, and then get out of office only to then charge companies and different entities to get whatever license, and it's just freaking bull crap. Okay. All right. Anyway, they denied Bittrex, and then so now New York customers aren't basically allowed to use Bittrex anymore. And as of yesterday, if you didn't take your cryptos off the exchange, your cryptos are pretty much gone and lost if you are a New York resident. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It goes into the reasons behind it, talking about AML, anti-money laundering, and, KYC, know your customer procedures, and all this other crap, and about some Iranian customers that was using Bittrex and North Korean customers that was using Bittrex, but it turns out that it wasn't true. It's just, all convoluted. It's just crazy. It's nuts. And yeah, NYDFS, definitely corrupt. Next, speaking about corruption, unlawful practices. I shouldn't say corruption. Unlawful practices. Unlawful practices hit top cryptocurrency exchanges, including Binance. Cryptocurrency trading volume is fabricated. The Blockchain Transparency Institute, BTI, is a group of blockchain data researchers who aim to bring more transparency to the cryptocurrency market. The institute spent the last 4 months working on a new algorithm that is designed to identify individual accounts on cryptocurrency exchanges that are involved in wash trading, a process where traders buy and sell securities for the express purpose of feeding misleading information to the market. After several months of research, BTI discovered over 10% of trading on Binance is wash trading. Most of the wash trading was observed on 30 trading pairs on the exchange, with some pairs showing signs of up to 75% wash trading volume. Nonetheless, the top volume pairs on the platform, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, were said to have 85 to 95% legitimate volume. Binance is no longer considered a verified exchange despite being relatively clean when compared to other platforms. According to the Blockchain Transparency Institute, about 88 to 92% of daily trading volume is fabricated depending on the day. Bitcoin's daily trading volume is about 92% fabricated among the top 40 largest exchanges with actual volume. Bitcoin's volume is about 65% fabricated. Almost all of this fabricated volume comes from OKEX, Buybox, HitBTC, and Huobi. There you have it. So this is why it's taken so long for regulators to come in and try to regulate the space. We have exchanges, especially when I say regulators, I'm speaking about regulators here in the United States. So the SEC mainly, and the CFTC. It's hard for them to try and regulate the space because crypto is 24/7 and crypto is worldwide. It's not like the normal stock market, the normal equities market, where everything is controlled here in the United States on either the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, and so on and so forth. All right. It is worldwide. No one or no company, the companies do not need to be physically stationed here in the U.S. All right. They don't need a physical office here in the U.S. They can have offices anywhere in the world, and as long as you have an internet connection, you could use their platforms. And also mainly because they are only a crypto to crypto exchange. They're not a fiat to crypto exchange using fiat as a gateway to get onto the exchange. All right. So these exchanges, they don't need to be regulated to be regulated in the United States because they don't use fiat. They're using crypto to crypto to exchange and trade. All right. But as we see, according to this report, they're saying that up to 92% of the volume is all wash trading. It's basically fake. All right. And Binance is all caught up in it because up to 10% of what Binance is doing is fake. But it's not Binance per se. It's just different users. It's pump and dump basically. All right. So you have, Bitcoin 2. Like last week sometime, a coin called Bitcoin number 2 was up some 15,000% on the day or some craziness like that. I can't even remember what it was, but it was something ridiculous, and that was obviously a pump and dump. And anybody that got caught up in it, got dumped on by the bag holders, basically. All right, so that's what it is, and that's what it comes down to, and they're trying to prevent that, especially when it comes to United States customers. So here we are. We have the CEO of Huobi. He's saying the issue of fake trading volumes is a real one in the industry, and people have a right to know that the numbers provided by exchanges are legitimate. We think there should be no expectations, and we see something like data as a natural next step as our industry grows in both maturity and mainstream acceptance. All right, so here it is. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Jay Clayton commented in a recent interview with CNBC that there is still a lot of work to be done for regulators and lawmakers to create the framework and guidelines needed in the cryptocurrency markets. And this is a quote directly from him. We have sophisticated rules and surveillance to ensure that people are not manipulating the stock market. Those cryptocurrency markets, by and large, do not have that, and we're working hard to see if we can get there. But I'm not just going to flip a switch and say this is just like stocks and bonds, and it isn't. All right, crypto is not like stocks and bonds because, first of all, it's worldwide and it's 24/7. there is no sleeping in crypto. There is no sleeping. It's 24/7. And as long as there's a token, your token, whatever bag you're holding, is on an exchange somewhere, you could trade it. We saw that with BitConnect for a long time after the scheme was up, that they were still being traded on several exchanges. So as long as there's bag holders somewhere, they could still trade their coins on an exchange somewhere. All right, and it's obviously being manipulated with the wash trading and pump and dump schemes and things of that nature. So do they need to regulate it? Yes, in some sense, yes they do. But by the time these regulators come up with different or specific rules on how the market should function and things like that, the rules will change, because again, this is worldwide, man. Nobody's going to sit around and wait for you to come up with your rules and regulations, and you're slowing down the progress. Just like we see here in this last story on this blog, Bittrex isn't going to sit around and wait to try to get that bit license. They're just going to exclude New York customers and continue with business as usual, and they're not going to sit around and wait. You can't stop the progress, but I don't know. It's hard to say, man, because I'm for some kind of regulation, but at the same time, you can't slow down the progress, man. All right. Next, we have again Binance report. Binance all set to partner with Ripple so as to adopt its xRapid platform. So this is the big story today. All right, this is coming out of Bitcoin Exchange guide.com. So was this one. Bitcoin. No, this is Crypto Slate. My bad. Report. Binance all set to partner with Ripple so as to adopt its xRapid platform. It is being reported that Binance will make use of Ripple's xRapid platform in order to gain a foothold within the global payments market. People like Michael Harrington are of the belief that this deal will turn out to be mutually beneficial for both of the individual parties. As per an all-new report released yesterday, it appears as though Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao is looking to enter a partnership with Ripple so as to leverage the firm's XRP-based xRapid payments platform. A closer look at the matter. For those of our readers who may not be aware of what xRapid is, it is essentially a payments platform that makes use of XRP to facilitate near-instant cross-border transactions. Thus, by teaming up with Binance, it is being estimated that Ripple will be able to provide its clients, including large financial institutions, with the ability to incur low-cost liquidity. With all that being said, Binance's executive brass has still not yet revealed a lot of other specifics associated with the partnerships. However, in a recent interview with CZ, Binance CEO was quoted as saying, "We're focused on launching more features right now, so we are working with a number of other partners with xRapid. There's nothing going on right now, but in the future we'll definitely want to add them as a partner." So there you have it, man. xRapid partnership, Binance, more liquidity, and they won't be the only exchange. You'll also have Bittrex and Bitstamp as well, and just more exposure for XRP. All right, the more liquidity for big institutions worldwide when it comes to XRP. And as we know, Binance is located all over the world, all on the continent of Africa, all over Asia. All right, and I think they're working their way down into South America right now. So they're all over Europe as well. So having that liquidity is a great thing. It gets more exposure for XRP. It will provide us bag holders with gains at the end of the day. All right, but yeah, great news, man, coming out of again BitcoinExchangeGuide.com. But let me know what you guys think as far as with this NYDFS thing and them, stopping Bittrex from getting that stupid license. More importantly, they're excluding their citizens from participating in crypto, right? Again, with this whole crypto thing, right? Typically, in traditional finance, you'll have the big players, right, get involved with a company before they go public, and they were the ones that were able to make a lot of money, 1,000x their money. But with cryptos, right, it allowed for the regular average Joe to get in on something on the bottom floor, on the ground floor, and we were the ones that was able to 1,000x our money. All right, and now cryptos was able to basically flip the whole financial system on its head upside down, because the regular people were the ones that was making the money, and now institutions are the ones coming in after us. Before, it used to be the institutions, right, getting in, and the big boys, getting in, and then the little people get in afterwards. They dump their bags on us. But we flipped it in this crypto space, and we basically got bags, made tons of money, and then we sold them our bags. New York is preventing us from doing that. All right, New York is preventing the regular people from getting in and making money. And that's all it comes down to. They're trying to keep the status quo. So let's discuss that in the comment section below. How New York is preventing regular people from getting in on this crypto game and trying to keep the status quo, as having the institutions come in first and then dropping their bags on us. Let's discuss that. It's your boy, Sergeant Crypto. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.